All right, people. This is number 11, and only got two things here today, but I'm going to bring out a special guest um, that made an appearance at the end of last episode. That I didn't realize the positioning of things were bad, and so yeah, it kind of ruined it a little bit. But with the unboxing, once it's unboxed, you're done. So yeah, um, you only need to do it once. This is a really cool little thing I found on Amazon, and I searched around for a while till I found something that was just right. Oh, look at this cute little guy. Let's see here. All right. Whoop. So, this is an HDMI splitter. It does up to 60 frames a second, although I don't know if any of my stuff will go that high, but there is a difference with these. Some of these actually only are good for 4K at 30 frames a second, so you got to be careful with that. Now, that little button there, you hear that little click. So why I got this was because the button's red, and so I need to have the two. This goes either way, so you can have two inputs and then one output, or you can have one input and it splits it. But when it splits it, it doesn't do two simultaneously. You still have to do that to go back and forth. But I'm going 2 units. So one's going to be from the computer, and the other one is going to be from my very special, not talked about yet thing that I'm doing. And so that way I can just switch it, and I'll mount this in my dash somewhere to where I only have that part of it. So it'd be pretty cool just to have a little red button. And so I got this on purpose because the button was red. Like literally that's what sold me on it. Because I thought that would be really cool. And now this, obviously I know what this is because we're coming to the end of all the things that I bought so far, and because of the shape. Just because of the shape, I would have known what it was. Anyways, so not sure why there's a sticker there, or not sticker, but tape with the thing. So, as you can tell, this is a tailgate. Oh boy, that is. You know what? That looks tweaked a little bit, and that is. Oh, there we go. So, the reason why I got another tailgate, it's a very unique, well, it's a unique way of solving a very important thing if you're going to be driving out into the middle of nowhere and driving to other states. So my vehicle has a tailgate, but the reason why I got a second tailgate, and so I got this thing for $140 shipped from Arizona. A great price. Like I knew there was damage, you know, that's a little bent there. The hinge is missing, obviously. It broke off. There wound up being another one that showed, so when I went to get this one, there was only one other tailgate, and I had been looking at this stuff for a long time, and rarely there's ever tailgates for sale. And I had looked the one night and there was only one, and it was one that was like in perfect shape and it was painted black, and they wanted like $1,000 for it. For what I'm doing, even for just if I didn't have one in the vehicle already, I would not pay $1,000 for it. So then you fast forward to the next day, and there was this one on there that I got for super cheap, so I just jumped on it before anybody else could get it. And then like a day or two later, all of a sudden there was like 3 tailgates or whatever on there, and one of them I probably could have gotten for maybe $50 to $75 more than this. Probably more like $75 more than this one. So I mean, you know, 50% more. But I am going to have to deal with this missing piece over here, because I probably won't be able to buy one of these. Maybe I can make one. Maybe I can find a nice circular piece and just, you know, weld it onto a plate that's the right size, and it's probably won't be that big a deal. But what I'm doing with this is extremely important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it to where the pins that go in here, I'm going to take out the pin that's on my original, you know, on my Humvee when I get it here pretty soon, and I'm going to have some removable pins. So this can just take the 2 pins out, boom, take it off, because I'm going to probably 1/4 inch aluminum. I'm going to get a sheet of that, and I'm going to cut out the pieces and make this into a gas tank. And this is going to be the interior wall. And it goes perfect because it's meant to fit perfectly on the back of the Humvee. So I'm going to cut the pieces. I'm shooting for about 50 gallons. That's what I hope, because the normal fuel tank is 25. So 250-mile range. This will bump me up to a roughly 750-mile range. And when you're driving around all over the place, that's super duper important. But it's doing pretty good. Like, it's only, I got to bend that back, and that's actually going to be super easy. And then I'll cut out the pieces to make the tailgate into a big gas tank, and then I can just go and pop it on there, and then just pop it right off when I'm not driving around the States. And yeah, because normally you'll get like a cage that just hooks onto here, and then you put in like 6 jerry cans, and that's about, you know, 30 gallons of fuel. But I should be able to get probably around 50. And then it'll just go, boom, mount on there nice and normal. Now I don't have a TIG welding machine to do aluminum. So I'm going to have to find somebody around here that can do it, but I'm going to cut out all the pieces, and I'm just going to take it to somebody and be like, all right, this is how the pieces go together. Here's a couple $100 or whatever it's going to cost. Please weld it for me. So that's that. I got a minute and a half. All right. This is what I messed up on yesterday. That should be, all right, way better. Right about there. This is going to go in between the seats. Got a lot of wide space there. This is up here out of the way. All this I made. I got my hinge. The only thing left is I need to do one of these wires on here, so when it comes down, it'll stop nice and flat. And then so the reason why this is up here is because that way you can still use this all down here. Flip that up, and there is my vector. That's a 10mm, and boop, grab that. You're good to go like this. You don't have to pull out the stock. Don't need to when you're in the vehicle. But yeah, if there's a problem, I'll solve it. Yeah, I got the flashlight. I got the laser. I don't know if you can see the laser. Flashlight. Oh, about 5 seconds away. Anyways, got my silencer